Howdy guys, my name is Keith and I'm going to show you a very beautiful guitar. Alright, have a look at this. It's Gibson in its finest. Like, geez, you can see all the beauty of this fine custom Gibson SG. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a Les Paul. So have a good look at this guitar. Have a nice, beautiful, outstanding look. Now, don't you just want to play that? Don't you just want to spend like $3,000 on this thing? I took the custom Gibson Les Paul off the headstock. All right, so let's talk a bit about this. First of all, made in the USA says that right on the back. And Gibsons are made, custom Gibson SGs and Les Pauls, anything custom Gibson is made by luthiers in the States. I forget where, but it's made by people who, are professionals, very professional guitars, players, craftsmen. So we got that. If you look at the back here, it says bench tested, right? But it actually says bench tested, wicked approved. So that's starting to sound a little less American to me. It's starting to seem like but you got to give it the benefit of the doubt and plug it in, see how it sounds. Well, I have a fairly decent amp, and it doesn't sound too bad out of it. But I know these pickups are fucking garbage. Just by, well, I don't know if you can see this, but let's take a look. Look at the oxidization of the pickups. Look how they're, all that glam on the top end, on the top of it is just falling apart. It is not looking happy. It's rusting. All the hardware, in fact, is rusting except for the Grover tuning pegs, which, are actually quality. Probably the only quality thing on this guitar. And these things, they're, let's see here, just so malleable, movable, very unhappy. The, let's see if we can get that. The pick guard there, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but it's not like a fucking nice cut. It's not a fine cut. It's like it was cut with a jigsaw, It was cut with a really jagged saw. Alright, moving forward. These guitars look really great on the outside, always look so good on the outside. That's what they're there for, you want to get a Gibson, you finally find one that's somewhat affordable, and hey, it's turns out to be a fucking total scam. So, let's take a look at a little bit of the inside. Pretty sure, if a luthier was drilling holes into a piece of wood, he wouldn't miss. I don't think he'd miss and charge somebody for that. I don't know if you can see too deep in there, but it is totally covered in glue, and it is kind of surrounding the truss rod. So you really want to get a good look at these things. Kind of yellowed. I'm pretty sure the sign here is a little bit longer when you're getting a Gibson. When you're looking at it, you really want to check for the authenticity. And usually you can find it on the back here. I would suggest looking into forums if you really want to find out like what would be the specifics for Gibson. Okay, let's see what else we can trash about this guitar. Just want to open up the back quickly. I guess I should have had it open before I started the video, but I was too excited and I just wanted to start it. You got to be careful because some people, they'll spend like $2,000 on one of these things, realize it's a fake, and then try to pawn it off on somebody else. Or you could just don't buy a fucking Gibson from China. That's pretty much the bottom line. If you're gonna get one from a trusted source. If you're gonna go for like a new Gibson, chances are you're not gonna spend $2,000 on one from China. You're gonna maybe spend $200 on one from China, have it shipped to you, and then you'll be the person who's intentionally scamming. All right, so on the back here, usually I'm pretty sure they would say like a Gibson USA. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be held together with tape. Yeah, that's not a pretty sight. That's not like quality Luther craftsmanship. That's just fucking, just child's play. In fact, like a child might have made this, which I feel kind of bad about like talking about it, but it's not the child's fault. It's not that it is a child. It's just another thing. I'm pretty sure most of these Gibsons are solid body. Some of them might have separate necks and plates here, but it's very apparent. I might not be able to pick that up. Yeah, you can see that. It's very apparent that that is not even close to solid. It's probably, glued right in a really finicky way, and I would just every time I've opened this thing up a little bit, I've just found a new thing wrong with it. Like down here, every single one of these holes, these screw holes, has another hole right next to it. That's the quality of the fake Gibson craftsmanship. So you be careful because it looks pretty good to begin with. It looks really fucking good. I was fooled. I looked at it. I was like, shit, I can't wait to play that. And I acquired this through a friend who traded some stuff for that, and she doesn't know how to play guitar, so I was like, hey, I'll have a look. I'll fix it up, make it sound good, and I just fucking realized all this bullshit. So yeah, take care with that. Don't get yourself fucked over by a stupid little company. Okie doke. All right, hope that was helpful.